Oh, there it is. Red Ecliptor. We're starting right off the bat with Red Ecliptor. Okay. All right. Well, hello everyone. It's Anthony from Heroes of Random, and today we're going to check out this live stream here. This Fan First Friday. Today is what's today? I'm in Japan right now, and it's 1 o'clock in the morning. But it is December 11th here in Japan, which means it is the December 10th Fan First Friday for Power Rangers by Hasbro. So there we go. The first reveal. We got the Red Ecliptor. Wow, that was fast. Yeah, they're introducing themselves now. They had kind of a cheesy intro, and I just want to see that Red Ecliptor because it looks pretty sick.
So, Red Ecliptor.
Yeah, Red Ecliptor. Let's talk about it.
From
Yeah.
Power Rangers in space near the end of the season, right?
Right, at the beginning of the series finale, which was like a huge game changer.
Beginning of the
End of the Zordon era.
Yes. What a supremely memorable experience for.
I like how it's literally just the Ecliptor figure, and then they just repainted it, and now they're selling it again.
Back in the
Like,
90s.
looks
So,
cool. I mean,
Red
it's cool,
Ecliptor
but
is really cool
I don't even know
because
how many episodes was Red
he
Ecliptor
basically
in. I
only
don't even
appears
know.
for one episode. He made such an impact on Baby Jordan.
Looks
because
cool.
In that episode, he destroys the Delta
Looks like it's
Megazord
got, like,
one strike
two
using
different
his
shades of
very
red, kinda.
sword,
That's
all new
cool.
tooled for Red Ecliptor. On
He's
top
got
of the
Dino Figure
sword,
Black in his
he also
pocket.
has a new head sculpt and new arms,
Oh,
which
what?
really brings the kind of reborn evilness of him to life.
The redness to life.
Does he have new arms? I don't know.
Well, speaking of the redness, actually, so
Is the
Loretta
Ecliptor
was
figure
designed
even
on
out,
this
like the
figure,
regular
and I
one?
think
I don't
one
even
of the
know,
really
dude. I have no
cool
idea.
and subtle things that she did with this was the way she handled that red, because he's not just molded a single solid red color. He's actually molded a deep
That's what I
dark
said.
red with
That's what I
some
said.
really neat light red highlights.
Yeah, that's
in
cool.
kind
I
of
like
an
that.
overspray
That's cool. It looks
application.
cool.
So what that does is actually
I probably won't get it, but
naturally hits the highlights
I don't even.
and
What was the
shadows
last
contour
Lightning
across
Collection
the
figure I
body,
bought? I don't
which
even
I
know.
think,
It's been a
kind
while.
of just adds an extra
Just
layer
things
of
are just
detail
they just keep getting
and
pushed back
aggressiveness
and back,
to
and it's
this
just I don't really want to buy a bunch of pre-orders and
Shout out to Loretta. 'Cause
not
Yeah.
get
Mega
anything
shout out
for
to
another
Loretta and to Corey
who knows
for
how long,
doing a
3
killer
years.
and a very fast turnaround on this sculpt.
They just keep revealing figures and figures and figures, and then
John
they
told
just
me to
don't
tell everybody that you can order
they
this
don't
at your favorite collector
give it to
retailer
us
on Hasbro
because
Pulse
I get
Spring
you know
2022.
COVID and everything, but still. There he is. There exactly. Our toys are there.
That's it for the Lightning Collection. It's Zappin' time.
It's
It's
that
Zappin'
time.
time!
I love this project.
Oh, okay.
Me too.
That
It's
was
been a total blast
weird.
and an
That was
honor as a
weird.
fan
Why
to
did they do
get to
that?
work
They
on
just
this.
showed a boat full of the toys that everyone
1000%.
pre-ordered.
I'm a huge robot fan, and working on these projects with the whole
So
team
here's
here
the
has been
Zap,
absolute pleasure.
Zap. I was gonna say
You
Zap
guys might
project, but
remember,
the P
a
is
couple weeks
project.
ago
Zord
on,
Ascension project.
PulseCon,
I like how the
reviewed
Z
a
is the
3D
Zhu Ranger
printed
Z.
and hand-painted
That's
model for
it's
this.
pretty clever.
Now we have here today an actual very early production sample.
Very
These
early
are
production
our
sample.
engineering pilot samples.
When is this
They're
supposed to come
a little
out?
bit janky. The deco
Are they
and,
saying that today? Maybe.
And articulation isn't quite dialed in, so it's a little floppy. You might see some deco arrows. Errors.
People in the comments. I have the
Don't at me.
chat open because I want to see people
yeah,
complain
let's
about
dig
this,
into
but
some details about this
people are like,
project.
no more
So,
MMPR, dude.
of
Like, what
course,
else are they gonna do? Of
the
course they're gonna do MMPR.
Megazord
Come on.
demorphs into 5-component Megazords. That was a must. That was a need to have. Like I said, we had a lot of fun making these. Each Zord has a little bit of articulation, things that can move on the
Just,
basic
like, playing
Zord
with it.
form. Because one of the things that kind of frustrated me.
Let me know in the
a little bit
comments. Are you getting this?
how all of
I
the
will not. Probably
typical classic,
$200. That's
Megazord toys
too
are
much. I mean, it's probably worth the
lots.
money, honestly,
They're really hard to
but
get into really dynamic poses, which is great
too
for
much.
kids
Too much.
assembling something very stable. But for adult collectors and people like us that grew up with the brand, I think adding a little bit of articulation is like really key. We've even given stuff like the T-Rex an ab crunch, so we can do some sit-ups or a little bit of range out of those stubby arms.
You get a lot of detail in it too, don't you?
Yes. Thank you for noticing.
This is the first time I've seen him. So
Is
I
the guy on the
apologize.
very right the NFT guy? Was he like one of the NFT guys? Now let's talk about NFTs for a sec. No, I'm just kidding. No, we're not. As long as they don't reveal anything about NFTs, or like they don't. I don't want them to talk about the NFT. I don't want them to release any more NFTs. God, no. That was. Oh gosh. It looks good. It looks pretty cool. This Megazord looks actually pretty cool. Not gonna lie.
The overall aesthetic and design.
I know it's not a final product or
were
anything,
heavily
but
worked on by two very talented artists that Hasbro works with as freelancers, Ken Christensen and Emiliano Santalucia. They did a great job diving into the details with this thing. And together with me and our really talented designer, Locke, in Hong Kong, we had 4 designers working on making sure this thing looked awesome.
interesting.
So that's 4 designers focused on the aesthetics and just overall detail level for this
Interesting.
sword. On top of that,
I like
we had some help on engineering.
they got all like the lighting collection
Big
stuff
shout
on the
out to
shelf. That's
Rosie
a pretty
from
cool
Rhode Island, and then our two
setup
engineers,
there.
Matthew and Henry in Hong Kong, to help make sure that this all works really nicely together. Because there's a ton of moving parts.
Yeah, I didn't mean to run all over your shoutouts, but these are based on the early concept art, right?
Yeah, so we looked at a lot of the Sentai reference books early on.
Sentai.
And what was really striking about those is that you see these giant, just amazingly like designed and proportioned heavy robots. They're so inspiring, and you can see like back in those days they used markers and pen and ink to illustrate the early concept art, and you can just see the mark of the artist. And seeing that level of surface detail get translated onto the TV screen is one thing, but seeing it translated into a product is another. And I think that trying to bring the surface detail to life with
That's
all these
interesting.
little bits and loops is was something that we really tried to do.
Yeah, they definitely look like the most detailed of any of the swords I've ever seen.
Yeah, we tried really hard. On top of that, we tried
Yeah.
to add in a lot
I don't know.
of,
What about the other really
mini
expensive
so you'll
Dino
remember
Megazord? It wasn't
these
Dino
are
Megazord. It was
1/144
the one
scale.
from G-Ring. Wait, was there?
In addition
Yeah,
to
Dino
the
Megazord, right?
Megazord cockpit, which we showed at
Was it?
WorldCon.
I forget.
Each
I
Zord
forget the
has
name
its
of
own
it.
individual itty-bitty
But it was like
cockpit,
also
so, like,
another
the
really
little
expensive
rays
Dino
succeeded,
Megazord.
Ranger inside each one of these.
That one
So
looked really good. I think it had some flaws.
That's the
Um,
horn that hurts.
But I don't know. I don't have it. But that's cool. I like the that's pretty cool.
always thought that was
Having
one
the
of
little
Power Rangers
rangers in the cockpits. That's pretty cool.
They're real people
Not gonna lie.
inside
Oh, I just noticed that she has
that just do
Dino Fury Green
monsters.
in the pocket there.
Yes, close to my heart. There's a bunch of other really neat things that this can do. I don't know if I can just like look. The T-Rex
Whoa.
tail is removable, so when it's combined into Megazord mode, you can actually get some hip articulation, which is like super cool.
I did accidentally remove that head earlier.
Yes,
to
of
the
course.
shield. Yeah.
It does the shield thing.
Well,
Does
of
the shield
course,
thing.
yeah. That's
Super great,
what
but it
it's
also
supposed to
has
do.
these
Yes.
panels that are removable. So during Mammoth mode, the Megazord fists are covered up, but you can also take these pieces. You can set them aside, or you can actually use them as little heels for the combined Megazord form. So like you can kind of snap them in like that.
So they make it easier to stand.
Yes,
Awesome.
and to kind of avoid having too many floating.
Huh. Interesting.
Question. I see standing legs.
Does that-
but this can do tank mode too, right?
100%. Yes.
Of course
this
of
thing
course it
mode-
can. If it didn't, that'd be dumb.
Oh yeah. So, actually, thank you for handing me that nice segue. It does come with 2 open expressive hands. Something that's interesting about
That's
hands
the
is,
heel
one
thing
of
is
the
interesting.
details
Has
that
there
we
been a
added
Megazord that
as
does that?
the
A
surface
Dino
level
Megazord
detail
that does
is
that?
the
I don't
Megazord
know.
hand. So you see them,
I only
it's most
own the
iconic
2010
on the
version.
visual that
Literally,
actually
only the
you
2010
see
version.
on the Mammoth.
And then I did have the original one. I did have the original one, but
but
of
we added
course,
them in a couple
I
different
owned it when I was a
locations.
kid,
One
and
was the hand, the back of the hands
it's
has
destroyed.
the full end,
Because
shape,
me and my brother
and
like to
sword
destroy our
also
toys
has
back in the
a
day. But
Can you move that sword around 'cause it's very shiny and I
very shiny sword, cool. I like the gold. That's nice. That's a good touch. That's a good
let
touch.
us know what other Zords or Megazords you'd like to see in the Zord Ascension project.
The legendary Megazord from Super Mega Force. That would actually be pretty cool. They would never, ever, ever do this
not
ever
just a Megazord essential
in the
project.
entirety
So I
of
think that quite
life
expands our
itself,
scope for what we
but
can do with this.
you know,
Because
Yeah, I mean, it's a project, right? And so we want to keep it going and build the project.
Build the archive.
Oh, the archive, you say?
Yeah. So we'll get into that
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
what does that mean?
So we wanted to make sure the Zord Ascension project was more than just a product. We wanted to really build a world around it.
Yeah, it's almost like it ascends the project of the sword we're focusing on.
is that what you named it that?
No, I named it that because it sounds cool.
It does sound cool.
Yeah.
Zap.
Zach. And it's,
Zap.
you get Zach out of it too.
It's
Okay.
got a really nice
I think I saw
envelope.
some people asking online. It was intentional.
Yeah, it definitely is. Everything we've done here is very intentional.
Yeah.
We put a lot of thought into how
Is it?
the Zord Ascension project would work. Like, what is the
Okay,
Zord
well,
Ascension project?
in case of Zord Ascension, sure.
In our mind, the Zord Ascension project is a hardlight archive that holds all information about every single Zord that has ever been created, ever has been created, is active currently, or could be created.
Why don't I
Yeah,
believe
mean,
you?
right.
Why don't I believe you? Like,
What I do.
I guess.
And
Like,
I
it sounds
felt
cool,
like
but
when
I
Jared and
don't
started
buy
this,
it.
We really felt that something like this needed a story behind it because story is so important, and we have almost 30 years of story on Power Rangers, and we really wanted
Yes.
to like pay homage to that a little bit. And so yeah, we.
If you do the legendary Megazord, then I will. Yes, I will. Okay, I will buy it. I will buy it. If you do the legendary Megazord, I'm gonna buy it. Right here. Here's fandom official announcement. If you do it.
Whether that's, TV shows, movies, comic books, like video games, there's room for all of that.
Yeah, and you'll actually see that in the numbering sequences that we created for Zord Ascension project. We wanted to keep away from the traditional sort of like number 1, number 2, number 3. So we built a numbering sequence that is actually based on the first canonical appearance of whatever Zord it is. So this is MZ0101 because it shows up in the first episode, first season of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Yep.
It's really cool.
Wait a second, wasn't there a variant of this? How did we solve for that?
we added a dot two.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Clever.
and that works for any variants going forward.
I swear.
Do repaints and
The
packages.
damn NFT. They didn't even say NFT too. They like avoided saying that.
Cool things.
That.
Cool things.
And it
That is
also lets us
hilarious.
like build a whole
That's so hilarious.
collection if we want to. There are people who care about collecting stuff, having those numbers displayed, showing them in order, and
Okay, I see. I get it. So there's a it's a numbering system.
You know
Okay,
what?
I understand.
Or we even found a Z that existed in the show originally. If you look at the Dragon Zord's knee pads, he's got that Z on his knee.
Dragon Zord confirmed. But there was a Dragon Zord leak though. There was a Dragon Zord leak, so it's gonna be the next one. And if they're like, are they actually gonna go in order? Like, is that what they're saying, or are they just,
yeah, and
or is it just
great about this
just
is that
explaining the numbering
Jared and I were
system?
so
Like, I
close
guess technically they
together
could release
so there's
the
no
Astro
reason for
Megazord, but they
everything
can
to
number
exist,
it.
that the story and the
What was it,
visual
MZ0
talk to each
whatever.
other and build a cohesive thing. And I think that
Even though it
product
could be
that
like
not just
tech,
the
I don't know,
package,
just
is
saying
awesome,
like the third or
but,
fourth one released.
also,
It's
like,
probably
what
won't
we
not
plan to
what
do in
I don't even
future
know.
visually.
The ninth one, I have no idea. I don't know what number Megazord it is.
We actually tried to
It is.
recreate what you would find in the Hardlight archive. Is you actually are presented with this really wonderful headshot of whatever Zord it is, and the first one was done by Tracy Chang, and it is fantastic.
It looks nice. The box, that box looks nice. I like the idea. I like the concept of having it like as an archive kind of thing. Like the numbering system sounds cool and everything, but it's just like they just keep releasing the announcing stuff and then announcing stuff and announcing stuff and not releasing any of it. So it's like it's kind of just like empty promises, you know.
This web page that we're building will actually be a repository of all all sorts of information about the Zords, the Megazords, their battles, give you a bunch of downloadable content and some other stuff that we're
Oh God,
really hard on.
downloadable content.
We don't want to give too much of it away
Yeah.
because we're still kind of deciding what cool stuff we want to put there.
them
But yeah,
them
the plan is to really
glorified
have this, like,
JPEGs.
be an experience beyond your normal kind of toy collector experience.
Oh
Not that there's anything wrong
no.
with your normal toy collector experience, but
Oh
we're
no.
Zord Ascension project.
Oh no. Don't
So that's
say
kinda dive
that.
into the story.
Yeah, it's
Don't say that. That just sounds like NFTs. That sounded like NFTs.
Do you want to see what the packaging kind of looks like? Is a work in progress?
Boy, howdy do I.
Cool. All right, so just so everybody knows, these are super early. We call them pilots. These are test prints that we do to make sure everything looks right. So some of the graphics
That
are
was
finished, some of the graphics
oh
are
my
already
god.
done.
That was not. I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. Like it sounded like they were doing more
Really cool
NFTs.
stuff going on here.
That's from what I got. From what I gathered.
Without further ado, this is what the outside of the box looks like. You can see there's a whole bunch of premium execution on here.
Okay.
We did.
What do they call this part that sticks out?
That is called an emboss.
It is embossed.
So we did a whole bunch of really cool embossing. We did a bunch of what they call sculptural emboss, which gives different layers
Embossing.
to
Okay.
bits of the embossing. Tons of spot glosses, tons of textures, things like this.
This is a super early thing. It's not even in box form.
Yeah, that's right.
They're just showing us like a poster.
This is just a real quick. Oh yeah, that's right. So they're available for pre-order today, December 10th.
December 10th.
December 10th at
Oh.
HasbroPlus.com or your favorite collectible retailer.
Okay. Okay, so you can pre-order.
Comics panel.
Yeah, forgot about that. Yep. So now we're
Forgot
gonna throw
about
to
that,
Irv,
okay.
and he's gonna
Okay,
talk
so
about
okay, you can pre-order it.
Cool. So
I guess.
that's
Is
where
that
we're
what they were
at.
saying? I was totally not paying
And,
attention at that
just to
point.
finish out, we have Sid.
Motivates them.
Some pictures
What motivates their
of
relationship? How do
the
their relationships
Megazord.
evolve? And that's what I personally
Didn't see these
appreciate
before.
so much with the
They didn't
comic
show
books
these
that
off.
you guys write.
I mean,
I love seeing you guys
I
working
mean, it looks
together.
cool.
You know,
It looks
bounce
cool.
ideas off
I'm not
each
gonna lie,
other.
it does look
You know,
cool.
our discussions